It's not what chillaxing is, Michael. How's it going, neighbors, and welcome back. I'm Dusty Mac, and thank you for joining me on this Good Place reaction series. Today, we are continuing off with our favorite show about a bunch of heavenly hosts. This one is Season 4, Episode 3, Chillaxin. And if there's one thing I know how to do, it's chillax. That was so much work for no vape. Anyway, last episode was the conclusion of the two-part opener, and basically Eleanore was having some issues thinking that she couldn't do what needed to be done, and thanks for the nice pep talk from Michael that kind of got me thinking that this might all be a test for Eleanore, maybe from the very beginning. I don't know. That's just kind of my gears thinking right now, and obviously when this is on YouTube, I would already have known, but that's what I'm thinking. This has all just been a test, and, you know, Chidi, Tahani, and Jason, I think, are just secondary. Or maybe they're just being tested for all of humanity, for all I know. I don't know. Already this season has got my mind working, and I really need to find some answers. So yeah, she got her stuff together, and she ended up doing the Eleanore thing from season 1 where everything went wrong because, you know, she doesn't belong there, and he figured that out too, but he thought he deserved to be somewhere better. So they're like, well, now you have to pretend to be an ethical and moral person. So he was going above and beyond to hold doors and shit just so he could ascend to the next level. And then, of course, she told Chidi that he's Simone's soulmate, and that made him want to go talk to her and convince her that, you know, this is real, and so they can have a real romantic relationship. And that was a very noble and hard decision for Eleanore to make. So I want them to end up together, but I don't think they will. Like I said, maybe Eleanore isn't even human at the end of the day. Maybe she is like an architect or something, has to live as a human to experience. I don't know, because Michael didn't know anything about humans when they first started, so that can't be. I don't see what I'm saying. The show just makes me think a lot. And even though I'm just throwing out wild ideas that'll probably never see the light of day, it's just, that's what the show does. So yeah, I don't know where I was in that. And Janet and Jason broke up, and of course, Blake Bortles isn't on the Jacksonville Jaguars anymore. Anyway, guys, if you like this reaction and want to keep seeing more just like it, please make sure you hit that like button for the algorithm and subscribe, and hit that little bell in the corner because it'll tell you when my next video comes out, which is usually every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I also do some bonus videos and barely stream. And if you guys want to support the channel financially, the Patreon and everything else is down below. And with the Patreon, you're going to get these reactions full length in a week or weeks before the YouTube audience. For example, right now, the series finale of The Good Place is available for the Soul Sister tier patrons and above, as well as some patron exclusive movies, series, and polls. So if any of that interests you, please go check that out. If not, they'll be up here eventually. And yeah, if you guys really want to help me out, please share this with all your fan groups and socials and Reddits and all that kind of stuff. The more people that watch, the more I can do reactions just like this. And yeah, I guess without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this week's episode of The Good Place. This one is Season 4, Episode 3, Don't You Let Me Down. Chillax. I'm really not cool. Let's do it.
My man used to collect action figures of famous philosophers.
It's a near mint Arthur Schopenhauer. What a dork. I love him so much.
Chidi, my fate.
The fork?
Are you having class outside because you're the cool teacher?
I always hated having class outside because I was so hot and I hate bugs.
He came to one session, then he said he got a B+ in moral values at Princeton, so maybe he should be the professor.
Figure out how to get him back on track.
The guy's in paradise. He should do what he wants. We were gonna go to that mountain where you just glide to the top, but somehow it still gives you the smugness of a real hike.
What would Kant say to help your fellow human being?
When the weather is this perfect. Who's up for some frisbee golf?
This is a vastly different Chidi than we've seen before.
Never seen Chidi like that. He was
Right?
chillaxing, which is a word I just invented, combining Chidi and relaxing.
It's not what chillaxing is, Michael. But it's also not what it's not is.
We need Chidi to live in a world of low-grade dread.
I have a ton of
Low-grade
experience making
dread.
ex-boyfriends' lives miserable.
I'll make my life miserable, Eleanore.
You dyed your hair.
I did. After I broke up with Jason, I researched how humans cope with relationships ending.
She gonna cut it short now?
I've cracked the code. John wrote 11 articles mocking Gigi Hadid's vacation, but then looked into something called a discount hotel package.
The third most frequent combination of human emotions. And number one since the dawn of time, sad and horny.
See, John's pettiness was a result of powerful.
You should tell him about how 8 different characters from Game of Thrones are based on you.
Yeah.
Which ones, Cersei?
First, Spa Day.
Joffrey. Ugh.
I had Janet at Victoria Beckham's private spa.
Posh spa? The posh wash?
Membership is based
Posh
on-
wash. The posh wash sounds hogwash.
Should we go?
Does it come with posh spice? That's what I want to know.
Love.
Thank you.
Okay.
Do girls put that streak in their hair so other girls will know that they need like nice things said about them? I don't know what those things are called because I've never had them.
Janet's hair. 2003 Avril Lavigne.
And then, you know, he's catty.
Helping to save humanity is as good a way as any to get over a breakup. It's not like Janet has a house you can left eye Lopez.
Okay.
Left Eye Lopez. I'm not sure I get that joke.
You know what they say? A mushroom from Oprah's bog is better than anything from anywhere else.
I didn't know that they said that. Only thing that would make this any better is hot goss. So Natalie Portman does all of Scarlett Johansson's stunts? Why?
It's this sort of inner treatment that was all the rage. Ethics. It's a colonic for your soul.
No. Bye.
How are you going to convince that guy to be a better person?
There were ants everywhere, but they were so helpful. They folded our napkins for us. They were so cute.
Wait till you see the otters who do our turn down service. Listen, you might know
That'd be adorable.
Jean-Yu, the monk, he wants to join your study group.
Fun! Everything is so fun!
Just promise me you'll help him no matter what.
I will look after John Yu as if he is my own brother.
Jason is going to talk to Chidi instantly.
Shut up for a sec. I'm not a Buddhist monk. My name is Jason Mendoza, and I'm not supposed to be here.
T, what's going on?
Okay, that's still part of the plan.
I have a shiny new butthole. You okay, homie?
No!
They brought the butthole back out. Where's
Wait,
Ariana? Don't put a Kardashian up there.
I cannot lie to cover for you. Hey!
Done some redecorating.
Yes.
And how's Jean-Yu?
Never shotgun and cheese whiz.
Look, it's the Leaning Tower of Cheesa.
What monk would do that? No monk! Guys are still here.
Can you accompany Jianyu to the luau tonight?
Okay, bye.
You know, Michael was doing this with knowing just the facts about Chidi, but Eleanore knows Chidi very intimately, so she knows exactly how to...
Guard, so to speak.
She knows exactly which buttons to push.
I even had Janet put tomatoes in everything because he hates tomatoes. For whether they're a fruit or a vegetable stresses him out.
It's a vegetable because they're gross.
John hasn't made more progress.
I recreated the tour of the Louvre where they let you touch all the art. Right
They let
here,
you
my
touch
head.
it.
Every time I bring up self-improvement, he just shuts me down. I shall go on the attack, like 6 of the 8 Game of Thrones characters who were based on me would do.
All I have to do is be myself, and he's constantly freaking out.
Oh, he's gonna overhear you.
Maybe we should ease off.
How many Tums did he take?
20.
That's nothing. He's like Superman with nervous diarrhea. Get ready. I'm gonna make that speech soon.
Oh, shit. Literally.
The things you used to write were hurtful.
What? Name one.
You called me Tahani all the meals.
I mean, that's just poetry.
Wow. Tahani all the meals.
I want you to recognize that your blog hurt people. Do you have a chance to be better here?
Excuse me?
Excuse.
I lived in the real world, so I had bills to pay. You're the one with issues, sweetheart.
I mean, he definitely has a point, but making a business off others is not a good thing.
You have all been given a magic stone. Roll them into the bonfire. Receive most desires.
I'm probably gonna do that.
You throw that stone, your truest desire will appear.
Like Bortles.
Motorcycle with Pamela Anderson airbrushed on the side. It exploded a week after I got it because someone poured lighter fluid in the engine.
Was that someone you?
Yep, explodes.
A sexually explicit motorcycle?
Yay! It's mine!
You can't ride that,
Can't
can
wait
you?
to cruise the streets in this bad boy.
I don't know how to ride a motorcycle. I can ride an electric bike, but I can't ride a motorcycle, so I think that's weird. Maybe it's just the weight.
Need to ramp up the pressure. We egg his house. No, we tomato his house.
Eleanor, you're enjoying this a little bit too much.
I think we did enough.
We have to push him to the edge.
This is your bad place coming out, Eleanor.
I need to tell you a secret. I can't. I have this problem. I choose option A. Ooh, if I choose option B, no. This just feels like I'm being punished
Tortured, punished.
somehow.
She
Getting
is
back.
keeping those tears very in.
Oh no.
She was.
No. I made God cry?
He thinks she's God.
Maybe you need to be even more direct with him.
We're just too different. He spent his life on the internet, jealous, with no real friends, while I spent my life in the upper echelon of society, jealous and no real friends.
You just had an easier time with getting through the mundane parts of life, the more difficult parts.
Why are you crying?
See, Chidi, the architect is responsible for the entire neighborhood. It's very painful for her. Actually,
Good cover, Michael.
we have a very simple solution for problems here. Just tell us the problem and we'll eliminate it. Tell me what's bothering you.
You can't tell him that.
The motorcycle.
Done.
Not again.
Oh shit, that was a really good cover.
Blake Lively invited me to a party held for Leonardo DiCaprio aboard Paul Allen's mega yacht.
We're dropping names 3 at a time now.
She's very talented at that.
Most famous members of the Glitterati.
The Glitterati?
Guess who was waiting for me? No one. If all you care about is the velvet rope, you will always be unhappy, no matter which side you're on. And we have the chance to throw that rope into Leonardo DiCaprio's private ocean.
What? Which ocean? Like a smaller ocean, or are we talking like Pacific?
I really am sorry for all the posts I wrote about you and scrawled on the back of a playbill had someone pass it to you from an anonymous concerned citizen.
That was you?
It's you. So this is Tahani's role, you know, trying to help him by just being a friend. There's my Ariana.
I'm going to help you become a good person.
Dope. I always want to get better. That's why I spent so much of my time at the free clinic.
Editing my syllabus in my head based on that comment.
This is gonna be awesome.
Sorry, your actual motorcycle blew up.
That's okay, homie. That's just what motorcycles do.
Oh, they really don't.
You were torturing him because that's what we had to do.
What's worse, I liked it. Because I'm angry at him for leaving me.
Those are some very complicated feelings.
Still angry he abandoned me. Makes me feel guilty, which makes me angry, which...
How can you feel all that at once, you know? That's crazy.
Just because you've got the emotional range of a teaspoon.
I still don't have a grip on human emotion.
Neither do I, man, and I'm actually human, Michael.
You're allowed to feel a little angry. Work your way through it, then get your shirt together. Because we have a lot of work to do.
I win. Genuine human connection shall be his course of study. First up, we'll be, unironically, watching the Britney Spears movie Crossroads.
My class actually went to go see that for like a merit trip one semester. It was a weird choice.
These mofos are on the right path, so... What's next?
Who's that coming to the good place? Who's that? All right, everybody, that was The Good Place, Season 4, Episode 3. Don't let me down. Chillax. God damn it. Anyway, in this episode, Eleanore had to kind of double down on making Chidi suffer in The Good Place by basically, again, doing what Michael did to her, which was sending Jason in there and saying like, oh, I don't belong here, man. I'm not actually a monk. And that just started the stomach aches over and over and over, and they just compounded. And luckily that was enough to make him want to, you know, teach him to make him better, because he was trying to tell Eleanore and Michael about it, but the way that they twisted around, like, oh yeah, just tell us what it is, and boom, he just explodes it. So, of course, stomach ache. He decided that he was going to go and actually try to teach Jason ethics to help him be a better person. Obviously, Simone's on track with that, as well as the CEO guy. I can't remember his name, Dylan or something like that. And instead of ethics for the tabloid dude, Tahani's just going to be a friend, like an honest person-to-person connection, because she realized they both realistically had that in common, is, you know, she was rich and lonely, he was poor and lonely, and they were both in each other's lives in a roundabout way. So now that they're actually in each other's lives, maybe they can make each other better people. And I kind of like that relationship. And that was just a really good moment with Eleanore. Not a good moment, but a hard moment, because she had all these conflicting emotions about Chidi, that she'd like to torture him because she's mad at him, but that made her feel bad, and then she felt mad at herself, and then she just broke down. And like I said, luckily Michael was able to turn it around so that it worked for them. But yeah, just a really good episode. So I really want to know, what did you guys think about Eleanore breaking down and just the human connection that Tahani has with that dude? You gotta let me know in the comment box down below. And remember, if you like this reaction and want to keep seeing more just like it, please make sure you hit that like button for the algorithm, and subscribe, and hit that little bell in the corner, because it'll tell you when my next video comes out, which is usually every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I also do some bonus videos and barely stream. And if you guys want to support the channel financially, the Patreon and everything else is down below. And with the Patreon, you're going to get these reactions full length in a week or weeks before the YouTube audience. For example, right now, the series finale of The Good Place is available for the Soul Sister tier patrons and above, as well as some patron exclusive movies, series, and polls. So if any of that interests you, please go check that out. If not, they'll be up here eventually. And yeah, that's going to do it for me tonight, guys. So thank you so very much for joining me. You know I love and appreciate every single one of you. And remember, if you're going to go outside, wear a mask, don't be an ass, and I will see you next week with some more The Good Place. Take it easy, guys.
I made God cry?